Okay, so this is everything put back together now. You can see our board is over here. All of these mess of wires. Got a valve here for the water inlet, and then the fan motor is conveniently buried all the way in the back. Total install time, probably 45 minutes or so, except for my run to Harbor Freight where I had to get a screwdriver. Like I said, you only need about 10 inches, but the longer for me, the better, because of where mine's installed. So I hope this is somewhat helpful. All of these clips for your connections, they just kind of pop off, and then the tubing just pulls directly out of there with a little O-ring. So I might check the condition of the O-ring while you have those apart. And good luck. For me, this was pretty aggravating. It's about 5.5 years old when this started failing, and no help from Takagi as far as the parts or any help in knowing how to replace this. There is a service manual, but it's pretty non-detailed, and customer service also wasn't especially able to give me clear direction on how to install the motor. One tip is where this installs. You see a couple of screws there. Those are the screws for the motor. When you take those out, then you have to pull the motor towards you a little bit, and then it will slide out. Okay, here is the Takagi water heater that the fan motor has gone out and giving a 611 error. Here is the fan motor. Part numbers. Here, this is for the motor itself, if you want to replace just that, or I will include the part number for the entire assembly. So to replace this, you have to take off your front panel, take off the PLC board, take off the regulator for the water, which is done underneath here. There's 2 screw holes through here that you'll need at least a 10-inch long Phillips head screwdriver to reach up to where the fan motor goes, which is here, and undo those. You have to disconnect copper pipe here, up here, and here to get it out of the way so that you can pull that fan motor out. You'll lift up this entire assembly to make a gap to pull the fan motor out. Quite a few wiring connections have to be taken apart and then put back together. Okay, so I've taken the fan motor apart to determine what the cause of our 611 failure was, and we can see on the circuit board for the fan a couple of burned, I think these are diodes or capacitors here, and on the back side, when you open the fan motor, I could actually see through the back where those had burned. So here are the specs on this fan motor. If you were inclined to buy just a new fan motor, the fan blade is coupled to this shaft. Very easy, very simple take apart, and I was able to find the motor online for around 50 bucks versus the 300 for the assembly.